So I can say I have not dealt with emotion. And I want to say, let me not just say emotion, but in times where I have felt angry or insecure or upset, I have not dealt with them in the best way I could. I feel like I'm just now seeing what my emotions do to me, and I know it's not the correct way because I'm only thinking about myself, and it may come off as selfish, or I'm not keeping other people in mind. Say if someone makes me upset, I kind of just point the finger, and I don't really look at myself and say, okay, I know what I did wrong, and I can understand why they felt this, or why they felt they had to do this. You know, I'm just kind of sitting in that emotion of, I felt like they did me wrong. I felt like they hurt me, and that's that. Not really looking at what I did. If I'm just sitting in that and I just continue to move in that, I end up hurting myself because I'm sitting in that negative energy and I'm not trying to make things right.
I mean, and that's something we can all relate to, right? Like, that's something we all can, we can all relate to that, like, definitely, because it's like, there's probably, it's always a moment where it's like, you know, we ain't necessarily it. We not seeing what we doing, what we projecting. We just feeling what we feeling. We ain't thinking about nothing else, like, because all that matter in that moment is us. And it's like that. It's like it's a protective, like, mechanism in our brain or something, and we shoot guard back up. We just trying to just protect us. But it do take a lot to see that too, and that also that all goes further, is like controlling it.
Yeah, because when you don't control it, or you continue to move with that frustration, you're only feeding your ego, and you're only thinking about how you feel, and even feeling that way, it doesn't feel good. And that's how you know, like, not to move out of negative emotion like that.
A lot of moments we'll be quick to react on certain things, like, and not necessarily know, like, what really all is going on, because we really is just catering to ourselves. And why? And I think that's what I'm trying to look more deeper into, is like, okay, but why do we do that? Like, why? It's like opinions too. Like, we always so entitled to our own opinions, and it's like, when somebody don't agree with that opinion, we're like, what you mean? Like, like, we ain't necessarily mad, but it's just like, why don't you agree? Like, what do you mean?
It's like, wait, you have a different opinion than me? Like, it just comes off like that.
Yeah, like what we talked about, like, early in the day, like, when the president elections go on, and, like, friends aren't friends anymore, and families start to fight, and, like, it's just chaotic, like, and it's all emotion. Like, all of it is just emotion.
Yeah.
But I think that's the thing, though, like, it's not always a bad thing, though. It don't have to be a bad thing. Like, if we had that control, and if we had those moments of control, and have more of a level head, it's like, it would be a different outcome. Like I said, like, when I had anger issues, and when I would move that way, even like I've told you, like, even when I've told you, like, and I relate, like, you know, as us knowing each other long enough, I've reacted out of emotion, and I didn't necessarily express to you correctly. But as we've gotten older, And I've noticed that I'll have more of a moment where it's like, okay, and I can express it more correctly, and you can get what I'm saying. And it's not even just with you. That's, for me, that's just my whole life, just to be able to express something more thoroughly and correctly. And I feel like a lot of us won't do that. We just saying what we feel, and then we get more mad when somebody don't understand it, but we not stopping to see that, okay, maybe we not saying it to a point of where they can't get it. Even go past understanding, it's comprehension too. Sometimes people can't just comprehend it. But I feel like we need to also know, like, that's okay.
Yeah, if you can't really comprehend why I'm a Trump supporter, then I can't do anything to change your mind, or not change your mind, but get you to understand, or to understand why I support Trump.
You're a Trump supporter?
And not Biden.
You're a Trump supporter?
That's not the point.
I mean, I'm making it clear because I didn't know what you meant. Are you just saying an example?
I'm saying it as an example.
Oh no, I'm just making sure. See, it's moments like that. No.
So yeah, if you can't really comprehend it, it's like, what more can I do? And that's where you have to, like, let it go. Like, if somebody can't comprehend it or doesn't understand your opinion, okay, like, I'm not gonna get up and, like, get you to understand it, you know, read 1,000 textbooks to you just so you can comprehend it. Like, no. Then right there is you acting out of emotion of not being understood. So you start feeling like, I guess, like, aggravated, or not aggravated, what's another word? You become so determined to get them to understand, but if they don't understand, or they choose not to understand, then it is what it is, and let's move on. Let's not be friends, because, you know, if y'all have a great friendship, but y'all just have different opinions and y'all can't come to understand them, a whole friendship doesn't need to be thrown away just because of that.
Yeah, that kills a lot of people.
Unless it gets, like,
unless it's really that real. It's like, I hurt your family type thing.
Yeah, unless you're, like, egging my house every night.
You, like, really bashing their name, like.
Yeah, then cut them out of your life.
That's a whole different situation. Yeah.
That becomes like, nah, you're not family.
Okay, like, that's a perfect moment. Like, that's a moment like that of, you gonna have to kind of not put your emotions aside, but yeah, you hurt. So it's kind of like, now you gotta move a little different, because you seeing what's happening. Like, it's killing you because it's like, you know, y'all have history, y'all friends, y'all been through fair share of things together, and now you have to find out this truth. You hurt, but now you gotta take that and keep it moving without them.
Yeah, you have to accept it, and that doesn't mean, like, it's just like letting things go, as in, if you see their face again, you're not gonna feel anger towards them, or
yeah, letting go is that's another.
It's letting go, because if you still feel that emotion, then that kind of tells you, like, something's still there. You still feel something towards it. You haven't let it go. Yes, we are human in this dimension, but wait, what is that?
It's a battery.
We are humans in this dimension, but we are spiritual beings, and we're all here on this earth to learn ourselves and connect to God and experience life on this earth. We all have different journeys. Anybody who crosses your path, you learn something from them, and they learn something from you. And I think there's beauty in that, and that's more important than holding a grudge against somebody, or like, it's just appreciating the colors and like the differences in people and what you can learn from somebody. It's not that deep to hold on to an emotion that strong that will cause you to move away with somebody.
Depends on what it is.
Like what?
Somebody kill your mom, you gonna forgive them like that?
I'll forgive them eventually. Because yeah, I'm gonna feel hurt. That's an emotion. I'm gonna feel anger towards that person. Like, why would you do that? But eventually, like, you gotta let it go.
Yeah, you're gonna eventually have to let go of the fact of like what happened. But I don't know if you necessarily gonna like forgive that person for doing it though. That's a hard thing to swallow.
I think I could forgive somebody. It's just I can forgive you, but am I about to go on a coffee run with you and talk about?
So why did you feel the need to do that? Why did you? Yeah, let me know why.
Not even that type of conversation.
I wouldn't even have that conversation. You going to jail? I'm not. Nah. But then again, and I've had this conversation with you though. How I said like, we'll see somebody down the street and then it's like they'll kill him, and then everybody gonna be like, oh my God, why did he do that? Oh my God, he need to go to jail. But then it's like, if you did know why he did it, and then they come and tell you, oh no, I killed him because he killed my mom. Then now you kind of in the stuck middle position of like, dang, what would I have done?
But is that emotion?
Yeah, no, of course it was emotion. Of course that was emotion. I mean,
that's the thing. I don't think it should be excused. Like, that doesn't make you greater for killing somebody like that because they did you wrong. I don't think that makes you... that doesn't make you even or anything. Like, that's karma. That's gonna get back to you. As a collective, what is that doing to us? You're putting that energy out to kill somebody and take somebody's life. Like, what does that do? That was somebody else's brother, or that was somebody's dad.
Yeah.
Like, it's just a domino effect.
Yeah, it's gonna keep going.
They hurt you and your family, and you just you just tagged them back and did the same thing. But it's just like, these two families are just hurt and pain now. Like, what does that do?
That ties into being petty, like how people go on social media because like they feel the need to express that on social media, and just keep that petty and taking shots back at each other.
It doesn't do anything, but
that's the thing. I've done it when I was younger. But looking at it now, it's like, what did that really do for me? What did that really do? What did I really gain from that?
Exactly. As a society, that's keeping people at a low vibration. Somebody has to cancel out the negative with the positive.
Just saying all those topics just shows of dealing with emotion. It's not easy. Like we were talking about, it's like one day we happy and the next day we kind of just like, like holding that. Why is holding happiness have to be maintenance? Why is that emotion hard to keep? But then when it comes to these negative emotions, it's so easy to have. I'm trying to be happy. I'm not trying to be down. But even with being down though, like, honestly, like, I can't sit here and say this is gonna be kind of crazy, but to be happy every day, I don't feel like you necessarily are gonna learn certain things without being down or having those moments of just feeling a little low. I don't feel like you're gonna learn exactly what you're gonna need to learn without that. Cause them low moments is what's gonna make you be what you need to be. When you happy, you're not necessarily gonna be that without that moment. I can't sit up here and say I'm happy. That's like me saying, oh, I didn't master my anger and got to the point where I'm at now to be able to control it much more better than I was then if I didn't go through that. Now I can say I'm happy with that. If I was just happy before, how would I have ever learned necessarily how to control it? I wouldn't have known. I was listening to New Life Tools. Like, he was explaining, like, too much light is not actually really a good thing. And I get that. And nothing's wrong with seeing the dark. It's just a balance. If you get what I'm saying, like, being too dark, if you get too swallowed up in the dark, you're gonna start doing some things. And if you too happy, you gonna start doing some things. It's a balance. I feel like once learning to control and maintain that, which again, there's gonna be moments it's gonna knock off your balance. It's the point of it. And I think that's another, we don't learn that growing up, and we don't learn those type of things, and without knowing those key little factors, it don't help. You can see that in the world and just see that what's going on. Like, if everyone did know I'm not my emotions, these are experiences, but I'm even with that, I'm not my experience. I'm not any of that. That's not, it made me who I am, but I'm not that. So I'm like, if everyone knew how to control and just understand and start to see those things, day by day, it would be better. Just knowing that emotions are here. That's what I was getting to. Just knowing that emotions are here to teach us lessons, rather than looking at it as a bad thing. For me, it's what's your purpose. What exactly is your purpose, and what are you moving? What's your purpose of moving? And that actually used to be my biggest thing back then, was everything I gotta do, it has to have a purpose. Because to me, if you just moving to move and you have no purpose behind it, it's almost like you want autopilot in a sense. You just doing it just cause. It's not anything really behind it. But even with me saying that, it can be a good thing and it can be a bad thing. You hear people on the news, the dude shot up the church. They asking him why did he do that? Cause he wanted to. What you mean you wanted to? He just did it just cause. There's no purpose behind that. You just doing it cause that's what you feel. You can either go left or you can go right. It's your choice what you want to do with your emotion. If you and me is mad at each other, I have two options. I can either control it, or I can let it all out and let everything just spill. The one thing I admire about kids is they'll break something and be sad about it, but then they want to rebuild and do it even better. And I love that. And I feel like adults, as we get older, it's like, we won't do that. Like, we'll get hurt and then we're like, I ain't trying to get hurt again. Let me go to the next thing. Nah, like, rebuild it. You can do better. Why not deal with emotions like that? Why not, like, all right, you know what, I was mad this time, but you know what, like, next time I'm finna get myself, like, I'm finna do better. But why not just hold yourself accountable to it? Why not just accept, I did it, but I'm gonna do better? Why not do that? Again, and it's easier said than done. It's repetitive. It's a repetitive habit that we made, that we manifested, that we put in ourselves. And now it's like, now you gotta unlearn that. I know it ain't as easy as it sounds. Shoot, I'm still trying to master it myself, to be honest. But I know we can do it. It's just them catch yourselves in those moments.
Yeah. It is something that we're not really taught, you know, unless you have somebody you grew up with that is educated on that. But other than that, it's kind of like you learn it through your experiences, and when you try to understand yourself. This is just another perspective that we have, and just speaking on our experiences, this is what we bring to the table. Until next time, guys, we gotta grind
and shine
at the same damn time.